I've never seen a woman there. I've always seen dudes there, and I've always ignored them. And not because it's because of other experiences, okay, guys? So, anyways, I look and I see her, and my heart goes out to her. You know, I just feel like I gotta give her something. You know, because it's a woman. You know, I grew up in the South. You know, so it's like I gotta give her something. Gotta help her out. And so that's how you get guys, okay? Women, if you need money, just go pretend like they're homeless. Anyway, so in LA, you have to pay for parking everywhere. So I had like 2 pounds worth of quarters in my cup holder, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna put it in the Ziploc bag, give it to her, whatever, it's, you know, quarters. And so seriously, like I had like 2 pounds worth. I put it in the Ziploc bag, and I zipped it up, and it was really heavy. And I rolled down my window, and I reached my quarters out there, and I see that she sees, and she's like, oh. She puts her sign down, you know, and then she goes like this, you know, like she starts putting her hand out. The light turns green, and everybody's like, boom, like they start going. And I'm like, oh, I better start moving here, you know, because this guy's going to kill me. And so my hand is out the window, and I'm going, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I'm going 20 or 30 miles an hour. And I start to think, how is this exchange going to happen? You know, I can't exactly stop. I might miss the light. He might kill me. I don't know what's going on. And so my hand is out here, and I'm thinking also, like, wait a minute. I'm going, like, what if she grabs a hold of me and doesn't let go? You know, and pulls me out of the car, and I die, or I don't let go at the right time, and I pull her under the car, and then the monster truck kills her. So I start to panic, you know, and there's not a lot of time. This is all happening like in 30 seconds or whatever it is. And I'm like 30 miles an hour, and I'm thinking, okay, Johnny, you're a martial artist. You just time it out, right? Time it out. And all it takes, Johnny, is just a little flick of the wrist. Just like that. 2 pounds worth. Of course, just like this, 30 miles an hour. And so I'm going, I'm like, okay, ready? All right, now! And I flick it up, like just like that. And time slows down. And I'm watching in slow-mo. She is like this, reached out like this with her hand. And this 2 pound bag of quarters flicks up, 2 pounds worth. Flicks up, flies in the air. And smacks her in the face. 2 pounds of quarters smacks a homeless woman in the face at 30 miles an hour. I instantly became the biggest douchebag in the world. If I wasn't already. I mean, it was like, you know, it hit her so hard, I could hear it. But you know, it was so slow, I could see, like, you know, when they slow down film and you can see the... I saw it hit her, the quarters were like... so hard. And I could see after that, her reaction was like... like, defeated. Like, I was, you scumbag, die! And, I mean, it was like, I was... I turned the corner and just kept going. I felt bad.
Is she alive?
But I never saw her again. On that corner.
Thankfully, you don't have to be confronted with that.
I either killed her or she took the money and did something with it. That changed her life forever. She gotta get surgery.
No guilt.
Surgery!
No guilt.
Yeah. I don't know what happened, but I felt really bad.
Aww.
That's why I have a hard time giving. Don't judge me. Alright?
You don't give
to her in my shoes. You guys have any questions? Are those mics over there for questions? Is that what that is? Okay. Alright, so I guess if you have a question, you can walk way over there.
That's gonna cause a riot.
You want to go over there and ask a question? Go for it. You got a cue.
Take no prisoners. Kill them.
Holy shit!
What was that? Fast power? Are you ready? Oh,
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, there's stuff on the ground, John. Oh.
Was it difficult at all the first time transitioning from live action to voice acting?
Yeah, it was strange. You know, I mean, we did some dubbing stuff for the Power Rangers because we had the helmets on. So there was a lot of, you know, like, right. Rangers. There's a lot of that, like just dubbing and matching our face and occasionally matching our lips or whatever. So I was a little familiar with it, but there wasn't a whole lot, you know. And it's mostly just doing fight noises. Trigun was the first thing I did, and it was like, you know, it's fun. He's like goofy, he's all over the place. It's kind of a fun show, you know. But it was weird, you know, for me at first. It was like, you know, when you first record your voicemail message, you know, and you hear it back, and you're listening to it, and you're like, oh, it sounds real good. You know? You try to change it up, you're like, well, I'm manly now. Try to say something cool. You know what to do. So it was weird, you know, but I had a great director, and it was a good show. It was a fun show, you know. The story was good. Thank you. You're welcome. Wait. I think we should alternate sides. It's only fair. Why do you think you get to go first? That's a special line. Actually, is it? Did you guys pay more for this line? No. Okay, there we go.
Hi, just kind of wanted to ask two questions. One of them is a very simple question, though.
Okay.
One of the actual question is, how does it feel being one of the main, like, close to the main characters from Gurren Lagann? You played Rocky, right?
Yeah, I played the douchebag.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna say. Yeah.
He redeemed himself eventually.
Yeah.
So what?
The other question that's kind of for a friend: how many Canadian bears could you wrestle?
How many Canadian bears could I wrestle?
Yeah.
Okay, so your first question was, how did I like Rosu and Gurren Lagann?
Yeah.
It was cool. I enjoyed the character. I kind of liked how there was like that change in time. You know, when he was younger and then he was an older douchebag. And so it was cool. It was kind of really taking the character like, I mean, not totally different, but like really kind of taking them on a journey with the voice and just in the person's attitude. So yeah, it was cool. It was a lot of fun. It was a good show too. Canadian Bears? I wouldn't even try. I mean, are you Canadian?
No. No, one of my friends has been asking me to ask everybody, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, great question. I'll try next time I'm in Canada. I'll run around with maple syrup on my butt. Yes.
I actually have two questions.
I have three.
The first one that I have is, if you were stuck on a deserted island for an unknown amount of time, it's bare necessity that television that only played a series that you had voice acting as one of the main roles, and it was a series that you watched over and over and over again until you got rescued, what series would it be?
Well, I would want it to be a long-running series.
Bleach!
So that it would last me a little bit, you know?
Bleach!
Wait, now is this like up until now, or as if I had finished dubbing an entire series? Like Bleach is still going. I'd say, okay, it would be, well, Bleach I think is the longest running series I've done, because it's still going.
It's not over.
And going.
400 episodes!
And going. I would maybe say
325.
That's hard. Because I like Code Geass too. I like and Wolf Train really is one of my favorites.
It's a really good series, I'll show you.
I guess, yeah, I would maybe just say Bleach.
Don't sound so
There's a
fast.
lot
Kappa.
that goes on. And there's actually quite a few episodes I'm not in. I'm just in that indie preview or whatever, complaining about how my character's not in. Or maybe those might be new for me. And you had another question? Make it fast. Are you texting someone right now?
Oh, my phone went off.
question.
It's not a request. Could you tell us of like an interesting or funny moment that happened while you were in the booth?
In the booth? Sure. Let's see. You might have heard this one. Wolf's Ring. I usually try to show up kind of early, so I can go through